So hello everyone, welcome back to the Gundam close-up view. Following the previous video on the Legend BB Musha Gundam, it would be a shame on me to not mention one of the full package SD Gundam ever, the Strike LiuBei Gundam. This model was released in 2013, just a year after the SD Musha. Not only it carried the articulation element from its successor, the Strike LiuBei is also packed with gimmick. Of course, don't get confused between this version of LiuBei and the LiuBei in the most recent SD Gundam Wars animated series, which is based on the Unicorn Gundam. The name LiuBei is actually a hero character in Chinese history. This is not his first reference into the Gundam world. The first re-image is that the BB Senshi Shangokuden, which takes the base form from the RX-78-2. The model that we are checking today is actually the second re-image of this character, which is based on the Perfect Strike Gundam. So what presented here is a snap build product with panel lining and out-of-the-box decal, plus the gold Gundam marker touch-up. Majority of the gold is painted except in some pipe area or some edge area. Rather than applying in the gold marker directly, I extract the ink and add a little bit more of thinner to reduce the shininess of it. The result actually came out as expected, a very rusty gold or very dull gold. One thing I would like to point out is some of the gold stickers are pretty neat overall, except those on the sword, they look pretty lame, so I peel them off right after I applying it. So as always, on our left is the box art. Similar to the Musha, just a standard ground post up front. Surely Bandai know their customer the best. Can you skip this model after seeing this presentation of the Perfect Strike? We have LiuBei holding a launcher cannon with a dragon head on his left hand, then the other side is holding the dragon tail sword. If we look closer, there are some dragon claws surrounding the shoulder as well. Of course, we definitely can bypass the Phoenix armor on the torso and the flame from the Phoenix booster pack. Another thing to notice is beside the dragon V-fin, we can also spot a hair knot behind the helmet. Then on the lower left of the box, we have the origin story of this reincarnation of the character in the SD Gundam series. Further back, the background is just water style art, which look very merging with the character. Moving to the right, we have all the weapon and accessory coming with the model kit. One thing I love about this SD model is that the majority of the accessory can be displayed in form of 3 mystical animals. So here we go. A warrior armor in the tiny dragon form, a striker pack in the phoenix form, and a sword and launcher pack in the dragon form, a bigger one. So question time, is this 2013 model still good to buy? If so, should you include this to your collection? The Strike LiuBei Gundam is truly one of its kind. In terms of design, it is a fusion product between Gundam and historical hero. Of course, behind the main model, the highlight are definitely the dragon and the phoenix. The look is impressive, but we will have to see how it fits in overall. There are a ton of gimmicks for this model, so we will start the review in a slightly different format this time. So first of all, we have LiuBei in his basic form. The proportion actually look pretty fit in this form, obviously because there's no extra armor. The head helmet is simple but definitely resembles the Asian Chinese helmet design. Also, the V-fin look quite sharp with a little bit of some flame texture on it. Of course, we cannot bypass the hair knot on the back, with a little bit of movement as well. So let's quickly go over the articulation, which has no hindrance for sure. Double ball joint on the neck, shoulder extension through a ball joint, then we can do a 360 turn. Down to the elbow, a simple hinge joint is good enough. Then we have another ball joint on the wrist. The waist is also has a simple extendable ball joint. Lastly, we have another ball joint on both ends of the leg. As for now, articulation is at its finest. We will definitely circle back to compare this to the final form. In terms of color, it pretty much follows the Strike Gundam scheme. Regarding sticker, we have 2 on the head, 4 on the waist, and yet 4 of them. Then a couple for the leg. Over here, definitely recommend to panelize because all of the beautiful details are mostly hidden until then. Enough of that appearance, let's drill down to the main course. Next, we have LiuBei level up in his warrior form. In order to achieve this form, we will have to disassemble this little dragon over here, and here comes the first tip. If you ever want to display this warrior armor set in dragon form, simply twist this side wing a little bit so that you have some small hole to store both katana. Alright, let's transform. First of all, slide out the front and the back of the dragon body. Place the two katana into this backpack extension, then attach it into the back of the thruster. Pull out the dragon head and attach it to the V-fin. Slide out these connection pieces because we are not going to use this part, but we need to do so to take out the shoulder armor. Reposition the shield and close the leg. Then we slide in the shoulder, arming for this peg over here. And there we go, this is LiuBei in his first power-up, the warrior form. The main weapon in this state is the two katana. There are some texture on both sides of the blade, so if you decided to display this, go ahead with the gray panel line. When not in use, it can be either stored on the back with a crossing rack or use this peg to connect it to the side skirt. And next we have the Phoenix form. This is the most balanced form in my opinion. The Phoenix has some simple articulation on the head, the waist, and the claw, which is very cool to pose if we get it into the right angle. Beside that, the clear orange representing the fire effect is perfectly. We can definitely spot that on the chest, the wingtips, and the tail. Definitely penalize the wing and the back area because those are some front-facing area when it's transformed into the thruster fly pack. Alright, let's roll it. First, check out the chest armor and the tail sword. Have the Phoenix face look up and bend the whole body down. The peg that used to connect the chest armor can also be used to secure this position over here. Carefully snap it in. Reposition the leg and the claw. Unblock the wingtips, flip it over, and reattach it. On LiuBei, simply take out the chest armor and the backpack, then attach the replacement part coming from the Phoenix. If Bandai just released this Phoenix form by itself, I bet Gundam fans are still gonna go to purchase this because it is so unique and elegant. So alright, next we are going to look at the dragon form. If you wonder why the dragon has two colors, because the front is the armor coming from Guan Yu and the back is actually the armor coming from Zhang Fei. We can spot this quickly reference from the manga coming with the instruction. So let's start with the dragon cannon form first by detaching the front part. Pull out the whole neck and detach that into two pieces. Turn 180 and reattach the neck. Use the connection pieces from the little dragon and this part from the big dragon. Snap together and then connect the dragon cannon to it. For the shoulder armor, we have both claws fold up and then tilt this armor down a little bit. Last is to attach the dragon wing to the back and have it angled down in this form. On LiuBei, we just need to take off the right shoulder armor and use the warrior chest armor, of course, to pair with this form. Alright, slap the shoulder and cannon in and we have the dragon cannon form. Of course, there's a gimmick from the dragon head. Open the mouth and we can spot the cannon barrel. In terms of painting, a little bit of shading on the shoulder and the dragon neck will keep the look go a mile away. Here comes the second tip. Bandai did not provide any sticker for the cannon scope. My best guess is that that area is just too small so that there's no need for it. But just take your hobby knife and cut out some pieces from the leftover green sticker. The tiny green will make the cannon look less plastic. So these two spots is where I kind of patched it in. Another alternate form is the dragon sword form. By this time, you should have noticed the trend already, right? From the dragon sword, just detach the whole tail on together, pull out this claw looking part over here, straighten the tail and flip the tail all the way down. For the shoulder armor, we just need to swing the dragon leg back and attach the dragon wing to the side using this connection part. On LiuBei, we just need to switch out the shoulder, attach the dragon shield to the left arm and hold the sword on the other side. Simple but awesome looking. Quickly point out, I shadowed the shoulder a little bit and also went overboard with the shading on the sword. As mentioned earlier, I want to have a rustish feel on this build, so by using a little bit of extra ink, I would be able to fit in with the theme. Last but not least, we have the final form, the perfect dragon and phoenix form. To achieve this, pretty much we just have to slap on armor pieces from the big dragon and the phoenix. The quickest way to do this is simply work it out from the phoenix form, so we have the flame chest armor and the phoenix fly backpack. Then switch out both shoulder and slap in the sword and the dragon shield. For the cannon, seeing we have no room to use the cannon connector at all, so we just simply have LiuBei holding the side handle of the cannon. It's sort of cheating a little bit over here, but there's only so much we can do since we're slapping pretty much everything all together in this form. As a result, here we have the final form of the straight LiuBei Gundam, the perfect dragon and phoenix form. Of course, we have to switch the eye set that go with this form, the serious killing look. One small complaint here is that the eye swapping is somewhat difficult to do on this model because we have to take off the helmet, then the hair knot, then pull out the face section. Here comes the third tip. Use your nail and sort of clip on both sides of the face on this kind of poke out section over here and slowly rocking it out. So yeah, here you go, the straight LiuBei in its dragon and phoenix form. So in conclusion, this 2013 model is an extremely unique model. Unlike the older SD model kit, the thought that was put in place to feel between the perfect straight Gundam and the historical hero is not new at this time. What new is how the cultural aspect is reflected on the design. Even though to achieve this final form, we will have some extra part flying around, but the overall design when switching between multiple forms is just genius. Not a single thing feels awkward or extra. What is more important is that we can also go display all the parts separately. LiuBei by himself, the phoenix, the little dragon, and then the big dragon. For sure, this is an eye-catching display. Another impression point is the articulation. Pose can still be pulled out beautifully. In my opinion, design-wise, this is for sure one of the best fusion ever. Moreover, the playability is quite high by switching between form and form. I truly love this LiuBei design. If you run across this model kit, definitely grab one and you won't regret it. That is everything I want to share about this incarnation of the LiuBei into the SD Gundam world. Of course, this version, the SD Strike LiuBei Gundam. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. Bye bye, and I will see you next time.